What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. It is Vendor Reset Day. So let's kick it off as we always do. If you happen to be new to the channel or you're just enjoying the content, then be sure to ground and pound that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on post notifications, so that way you never miss a live stream or a video that is uploaded. So first off, let's check out the base of operations vendor. It is a Badgertail Purple, a Providence Mask with 5% crit chance, 9% skill haste with hard hitting, another purple Wyvernware, 15% skill haste and health, and then an M870 Express with premeditated, distance, and recharged. Now let's run over to the blueprint vendor and see if she has anything new this week. Nope, nothing here. So let's move on to the level 30 clan vendor. Hopefully they'll get the clan vendor straightened out. In my personal opinion, while I'm running over there, I think that it should start at level 30 clans, and they should get more or less the best, I guess, attribute rolls on certain pieces, and then as you go down the list from level 30 to 1, then it will scale accordingly and more or less taper off, 1 or 2% at a time. But currently, the clan vendor has a D&H holster with 11.5% crit chance, and then destructive and a utility mod slot. Some Heliogard gloves with wicked health, skill power, and then another utility mod slot. A Petrov chest piece with skill power, health, armor, and then of course the 4% weapon damage. Not too totally bad, but not exactly all that great either. I mean, if you absolutely need a Petrov chest piece, then I guess this is better than what I've actually come across with. But moving on. An Araldi Holdings holster, 14.5% crit chance. A Heliogard holster with 19,921 health, and then 3.5% crit damage. Then we have a Heliogard backpack with 24,869 armor, 2% crit chance, 113 skill power with efficient, hard hitting, utility, and defensive mod slot. Not too shabby. It'd be even better if it actually had a offensive mod slot instead of that utility, in my opinion, but beggars can't be choosers. If you're looking for a PvE Heliogard backpack, then this one's not too bad. Now moving on, we have a Fenris Group A and B chest piece, 28,682 armor, 174 skill power, and then 2% crit damage with Berserk and hard hitting with a defensive mod slot. Not too bad, but Berserk, you would want that to be health instead of armor, and since it does not have weapon damage, in my opinion, this is not really too good of a chest piece. Then we have a Heliogard Mask at 6,078 health, 9,985 health on kill, spotter with a utility mod slot. Level 500, not too shabby, but since it's missing out on at least one utility up there, then not too great. Then we have a MK16 with extra and ignited, converted SMG 9, with close and personal, extra, and double duty, and then a level 500 military P416. Now let's see where this one actually, scales to my current ones. Now as you can see, my 497 is still a lot stronger than this level 500, so this is a low damage roll P416 and really not that good. And then it has a SIG 716 with Optimist, Distance, and Overlapped. Not too great either, unless you're just wanting, Optimist on a rifle. But other than that, moving on. So we'll start out with DZ East, and then move on to the settlement. So I'll see you guys when I get there. So here we are at DZ East. Let's check out this vendor and see what she has. What's up, girl? How you doing? Alright, she has a Murakami gloves for 14% hazard protection, 5% LMG damage, and 2 order. She has some China Light Industries knee pads at 457 with 383 skill power and cloaked. And then of course a Super 90 with Reformation, Allegro, and Rooted. On to DZ West. Alright, we just arrived at DZ West. Now let's check out and see if this vendor has anything good this week. Alright, starting out, they have some Overlord knee pads with 6.5% crit chance and of course hard hitting. Also have some Overlord knee pads with 6% crit chance and hard... What? Okay, Division, that makes a lot of sense. 483 with a 0.5% crit chance more than a 465. And both have offensive mod slots, so why would you buy the 465 but not the 4... Anyways, moving on. Overlord chest piece, 12.5% headshot damage and 7284 armor. It is purple. Then an M1911 with Wascally. No, not the Wabbit, the weapon talent. And then, of course, Allegro and Spiked. On to DZ South. All right, we just arrived here at DZ South. Let's check out this vendor, and then we'll on to the settlements. Okay, a 511 chest piece with crit hit damage, 2.5% weapon damage, 450 skill power, vital, and then 2 offensive attributes. And then we have a Overlord Armaments chest piece, another one. This one has 9.5% weapon damage, which is not really too bad, especially with the way the RNG is. So if you need a little bit more weapon damage, and 9.5 is actually going to boost your stats, and go pick this purple up. It is really cheap and easy just to roll it over. Then an RNK backpack, 7% weapon damage, also not too shabby for a backpack if you're looking for something to at least upgrade a little bit until you find something better. And then a P416 at 466 with measured, optimized, and zen. Now, if you look at the measured on this weapon, 22.9, and that is the low end of the RPM scale. So as the rate of fire decreases, the weapon damage is increased. So this is in my opinion, a crappy P416 as well. If that's the high end, then the other part of the magazine is going to have a higher RPM and even such a lower damage, and that's even worse than the 497 that I even have. So on to the settlements. We'll see. Okay, we are here at the theater settlement, so let's check out this vendor. If you're hearing any background buzzing noise, I do apologize. Apparently my neighbors are sanding floors or have an industrial strength vibrator, so I do apologize. But this vendor has a 511 backpack, 7.5% crit damage, and 7955 armor with destructive, some Outsummit gloves with 6% assault rifle damage, and an offensive mod slot. So if you happen to be new to the game and haven't quite reached tier 5 yet, then these are halfway decent gloves, being that they're purple, and at least it has assault rifle damage and an offensive mod slot. So there you go. And then lightweight M4 with jazz hands and ignited, and some DNH knee pads with crit chance and entrenched on them with a defensive mod slot. On to the final settlement. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, we finally reached the settlement, and let's check out this last and final vendor. Has an Overlord chest piece at 15,051 armor, 27,469 health with 6.5% crit chance, hard hitting, and then 2 defensive mod slots. What is it with Overlord Armaments this week? Wow. And then, of course, some Fenris Group A and B knee pads with 14,137 health with insulated and entrenched. Petrov holster, purple, 6% skill haste, 1.5% crit damage, and 244 skill power. And then finally, we have some Heligard gloves with 5,443 health, 7% LMG damage, and opportunistic with a utility mod slot. And he's not the greatest for a 450, but like I said, you know, one man's junk is another man's treasure. So some of these items that are in scattered out these vendors, I mean, they can possibly, you know, help somebody when it comes to weapon damage on things. But overall, in my opinion, for at least me, it's a bust for this week. But like I said, if you need certain pieces to better your build, even if it's by a couple percentage, then, you know, it can't hurt to upgrade it just a little bit until you can continue farming, and hopefully the RNG gods will bless you. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you fudging later.